Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
It's very shocking. Because anybody can get one of those.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. Summer is right around the corner. Many will take to the skies, whisked away to a favorite family vacation spot.
If you've forgotten your ID or passport, you're in luck. There are other lesser-known ways you can get by the TSA security. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric shows us how and what it means for your safety.
Your checkbook and your credit card. You're crazy if you think these things can possibly get you on that plane, right? Well, they can. The TSA is all about security, right? And to board a plane, agents have to prove you are who you say you are. Some other offbeat ways that can be done include through your Costco membership card, a student ID, a library card with your picture on it, and even cell phone pictures of your photo ID.
Anybody can get a Costco card, and you don't have to prove who you are in those type of events. So, and other types of form of ID, you could steal somebody's credit card and pretend to be somebody else. So yeah, it's kind of concerning.
That's just scary. I'm sorry. Yeah. No, we did not know that. We travel with passport, driver's license, TSA pre-check information.
See, I think that's unsafe.
That's unsafe? Why do you say that?
Because they're too general. You can get those anywhere. You can go out and, I'm sure, forge somebody's credit card, somebody's library card and that.
Surprisingly, most people said their concerns outweigh the convenience of these other options. A TSA spokesperson says just make sure to arrive early, as this process takes at least an extra half hour. Now, the TSA obviously prefers you to use your government-issued ID or passport when going through security, but they say this is all in an effort to get you from point A to point B a little faster. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
These other forms of ID mentioned in the story can only be used for domestic travel. You're still going to need a passport to go international. Also, it's up to the individual security checkpoint and TSA agent to make the final call as to what they feel is acceptable when trying to prove your identity.
Awesome weather out there today. Warm, sunny, not a lot of wind either. Let's head over to the expert for a first look at what tonight will look like. Hutch?
Well, Andrea, we have a lot of 60s across western Minnesota, but where the heat is coming from is from the north and west, and that's where temperatures are warmest right now. 73 Langdon and Jamestown. It's 88 in Minot, Williston at 84, so the heat will be moving in as we head through the remainder of our Wednesday into Thursday. A few clouds that will be dancing near Badette. Lake of the Woods might see a shower this evening, but for May the 4th, it does look like temperatures will generally be in the 60s for most of the evening here in Fargo. In Grand Forks, a lot of 60s as well. The wind light and variable, not much change tonight. We do have some changes in the forecast, including how long the hot weather sticks around, and we'll update you on some changes to that rain forecast for early next week as well.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Hutch. A man is under arrest after authorities found a homemade pipe bomb in his car. The driver was identified as 26-year-old Mitchell Anderson of Fargo. He was arrested for possession of an explosive, marijuana, and drug paraphernalia. He was also arrested for misdemeanor driving under suspension. The North Dakota Highway Patrol stopped Anderson, who was speeding south on I-29 between the 32nd Avenue and 52nd Avenue exits in Fargo. During the traffic stop, officers searched the vehicle and found that homemade pipe bomb in the glove box. The Red River Valley Bomb Squad safely retrieved and transported the explosive device to a secure location.
Some people might call it a bit of a miracle. Others might say it's simply twist of fate. We'll let you decide. Last week at St. Mary's Mission, one of the poorest of the entire country, someone stepped into Father Jerry Rogers' office and took his wallet and the Sunday collection plate, totaling $530. When word of the theft spread, folks who have very little quickly gathered an envelope of more than $2,000 for Father Rogers.
And the people that came to the door on Tuesday and Wednesday, they came in with hands full of change and dollar bills. And they said, Father, we don't want you to think that we're all like that. So here, this is all we've got, but we want you to have it.
The story doesn't end there. Since his wallet was taken, Father Rogers needed to replace his driver's license. Well, the clerk told him it was going to cost $16.75, but he didn't have a wallet or a checkbook. That's when Father Rogers remembered some donated handfuls of change in his pockets. They counted it. It added up to exactly $16.75.
No injuries or traffic problems in an early morning train derailment in West Fargo. 2 engines and 5 rail cars came off the tracks on the railway running into strata concrete along 12th Avenue Northwest around 4 this morning. The cars are filled with rock. No hazardous material is involved. We don't have any information yet from BNSF, but the cause is believed to be a rail track that was torn off.
Our neighborhoods have been cluttered over the past several days because of cleanup week. However, some of the items people placed on the boulevard could have fetched them a little money at the scrapyard. Begging the question, why don't people take those items there?
I think a lot of people just don't have the means of moving it. They don't have pickups to haul it, or it's, maybe not worth their time to do it.
If you missed the annual cleanup week in your neighborhood, you should contact your city's solid waste department. They can usually help you get rid of the unwanted items.
Lagging tax collections are causing North Dakota state agencies to make difficult short-term decisions. Now it looks like those difficult decisions will have to continue through 2019. Today, Governor Jack Dalrymple told state agencies to prepare themselves for a 10% reduction in funding from this biennium's budget. Not every agency will take a hit, however. The governor says the Department of Corrections and the Department of Human Services will have some wiggle room. Medicaid will not be cut. Dalrymple also said that new one-time expenditures would probably not be considered unless they were absolutely critical.
We have good reason to be optimistic about North Dakota's future. But by no means does that free us from our responsibility to address our current revenue challenges head on.
And again, Dalrymple says one-time spending will not be considered for the next budget unless the project is critical.
Donald Trump is coming to North Dakota. The Republican presidential candidate will speak at the Williston Basin Petroleum Conference coming up in Bismarck. It's going to be his first visit to the state. He's scheduled to speak on May 26th at the Bismarck Events Center. Tickets for that speech are $30. A 3-day pass for the entire event, including the Republican candidate's speech, is $400. Ron Ness of the Petroleum Council says they've been working on getting a presidential candidate to the conference since September.
We are very interested in obviously hearing his position on energy. He's talked a fair amount about the Bakken and how incredible it's been for the U.S. and our geopolitics. But also I think there's great interest in his positions on agriculture.
Tickets will go on sale Monday, May 9th at the Bismarck Events Center box office. Also, you can get them at Ticketmaster.com. With Cruz dropping out last night and recent reports of John Kasich as well, it's looking like Trump is now the presumptive Republican nominee. Plans for anti-Trump protests are in the works.
The results of Moorhead Public Schools' long-range facility planning for their bond referendum were evident today as ground was broken for their new school. The Moorhead School Board awarded the first construction bids for the new elementary school back in April. The school, for grades K through 4, will include academic learning communities for each grade level. Each team space will include 6 classrooms, large group and active learning space, as well as special education space and nearby locker bays. Students will call the new elementary school home in the fall of 2017. It's located on the corner of 24th Avenue South and 42nd Street South.
Months ago, he was starring on The Voice. Well, today, Blind Joe is still a star here in the Red River Valley. Now the country music singer is releasing a new album. By the Fans, for the Fans. It was recorded with donations to Blind Joe's GoFundMe page. It contains 12 songs, 9 which are originals. To pre-order the album, we have a link on our webpage. Go to valleynewslive.com and click on our Hot button. Also, remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live. Like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day.
Some locals are celebrating the life of a famed citizen activist. Details later on Valley News Live at 6.
It's usually a very good sign when we wake up, rise and shine, and see a gorgeous sunrise like this. Beautiful orange skies continue across the valley, and they're going to work on temperatures out west. Warmer weather in store. Your forecast is next.